fully works is a bit of an overstatement, because where's the rest of the unit? Welcome back to another episode of Looking Back At, though it's more like looking at in this case because it's a modern device. And right here we have a Galaxy Z Fold 5, a live demo unit. And we're gonna be experimenting with Samsung DeX because even though this phone fully works is a bit of an overstatement, because where's the rest of the unit? We don't really have a whole lot going on here. We just have the cover display that's also manifesting a home button that you can't really do a whole lot with. So yeah, we're gonna have to use this in DeX. And you wonder, okay, well, how are you gonna just use it? I mean, there has to be a way, right? Well, we have a few things. And a capture card, because you guys also want to see it at the same time. So we're gonna be doing this like all kind of just one thing. And yeah, so let's get it all plugged in. So here we are with, well, the Z Fold, and as you can see, we're not in DeX yet. However, we can trigger that ourselves if we just swipe down, and there should be a DeX option somewhere in this list. There we go. We'll just click on that, and here we are. Yeah, I think that's okay. So, well, let's start off with the specs. So right here we have a SMF946B running Android 14. As for the processor, we have a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 with 8 cores, 64-bit, so ARM 64-V8A, 3.36 GHz with a Adreno 740. Now, the display situation is kind of interesting because it's showing the outer display that we have at the moment. So we have that display. And we also have our own capture card here. You can see it's running at 720p, so it's not the greatest quality, but not much I can do, unfortunately. We have 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. Camera-wise, we have quite a few sensors, and that also covers the inner display and the outer display. So we have a bunch. As you can see, a 50 megapixel sensor, a 10 megapixel front camera, a 12 megapixel back camera, a 6.3 megapixel front camera, 5 megapixel back camera, 12 megapixel back camera. With battery, we have good health at 4,400 milliamp hours, 400 to 70. So that's for the specs. Now we have the benchmarks, of which we have J2ME. So after running JBenchmark, we have 343,605, which I'm pretty sure is a record-breaking thing in the leaderboard, but yeah, there's that, I guess. Now, I did try to get Passmark, but unfortunately it just doesn't install, mainly because this is an ARM 64 only device, and not only that, the Passmark benchmark is actually intended for older Android versions as well, I think, so it kind of rejects that, so that's unfortunate. But we still have other things like the multimedia with audio. Well, you're hearing that over the capture, but we have to listen to it on speaker, so wait a moment. In this case, we have stereo speakers, and they sound great. It honestly sounds slightly better than my Galaxy S24 Ultra, which is usually my baseline here. But it has pretty punchy bass. The mids and tops are also there. It sounds great. I have no issues with the audio. With the video tests on a cover display, I'm noticing the colors are not as vibrant as it is on the other devices. So this looks a lot more natural, which actually, you know what? I much prefer. I really do like the more natural-esque colors around here. So, the display still looks amazing, regardless of, you know, how the colors look a little bit different here. So yeah, it still looks great, which is good. So let's continue on then. So with the multimedia out of the way, we have games, and there are actually quite a few we can try. First up, Subway Surfers, which I expect this to run just fine without any issues. And in fact, we can actually use our keyboard to control this, which is really, really good. Oh, it says double tap. I did double enter and that didn't do anything. Well, we're unfortunately capped to 30 FPS on this capture card, but I'm pretty sure this is running at like a much higher frame rate. So yeah, and this game is pretty much not that intensive, so I expect this to run pretty good. Next up, Roblox. We managed to send to Roblox, however, it is saying that we need to restart this app if we want to change the size of it, so let's try that. Okay, we're gonna try Bike of Hell. Let's see how that goes, and immediately full screens the whole thing. Okay, let's see, can we drive around? And unfortunately, it seems to kind of struggle keeping up, and unfortunately, I have no easy way of controlling it. You can see that we are in fact playing, which is good, and let's see, can we get to this level? Yep, we can, and oh, okay. Oh, okay. Can I? Nope. Okay, I messed up. But you can see it doesn't really struggle. Unfortunately, my capture card is not doing justice here. So, yeah. Let's see if there's anything else we can play. I mean, we can always try playing the classic. And it is 31st, but there we go. We've managed to get in. So as you can see, it is running just fine. Now, can we drive around? Well, let's try. Oh, right. Wait, there's no easy way to maneuver the controls around here. Yeah, I don't think that Snapdragon Agent 2 is actually having any issues at all. It's rendering the game in probably what I assume is the highest quality. Automatic, and let's just crank that up. And yeah, I'm not noticing a difference. It's not running any slower, at least with the frame rate limit that we have here. And we got stuck, so we can't really get out. Oh well. Yep, doesn't matter. So with Roblox over, we have Dolphin. Now, before we do, we're probably gonna also try doing it Vulcan, just to see what happens. We're not gonna be touching any of the enhancements and stuff like that. We're just gonna be forcing 16:9. Okay, so with the Wii booted up, let's see how stuff. And I don't hear any bit of lag. Maybe the home button? No, it doesn't lag at all. Well, let's see. Can we do this? And I didn't hear any glitching. So that's good. We can probably definitely do this. And you know what? It doesn't lag at all. That's good. Obviously, we're playing this at default settings, besides the fact that we changed it to Vulcan. But yeah, this is running pretty good. With the gaming test over, we have social media. And of course, let's start off with TikTok. So, as you can see, once we launch TikTok, things look a bit broken. Everything's a bit too big, the buttons here are too small, the text here is gigantic. And yeah, it does work, it's just... But you can still watch videos on DeX at least, it's looking fine enough. What if we just relaunch it? Maybe that's just a bug. Nope, that is just how it is. Well, that's not great. Well then, we still have other social medias to try out, so let's try Pinterest. Now let's full screen that. With Pinterest open, as you can see, we have, well, a feed, but it's pretty big. Once we click on things, you can see there's this empty space that you would assume would be like the more posts, but no, it's over here. Huh, the chicken's back. But yeah. Pinterest runs just fine, though it is definitely not scaled correctly. We still have Reddit. Once Reddit is open, it tries to kind of do the mobile layout. Now, what happens if we do this? Yeah, once you full screen Reddit, it just doesn't look that great. It's kind of like Instagram on an iPad. Though once you click on things, yeah, it's fine. You can totally watch it. I do wonder though, does circle to search work in DeX? No, it does not. But no. You can definitely do it, but I would recommend maybe just minimizing it a little bit. And if you can, scale it to a mobile app like that. And there you go. You can definitely use Reddit now. So that's good. With the social media out the way, we have the camera hardware. Which, let's take some photos. Yeah, the ultra wide is not that bad. It is a bit out of focus. It's also pretty noisy. So, yeah, not great. But if we move on to the main lens, the logo's very much in focus. And there's background blur, which is kind of nice. And once we move to the free times lens, there is definitely detail on the logo, which is, I guess, nice. But yeah, photos look fine. I have no issues with that. How's the video? This right here is a full HD video test taken on a Galaxy Z Fold 5's main camera, which I think is the one, yep, that's the one in the middle. So yeah, the video quality, in my opinion, actually looks pretty good. I have no complaints here. Pretty good at even autofocusing, like pretty up close, so yeah, no complaints there. So yeah, the camera test is actually pretty solid. It actually kind of reminds me of an S24 Ultra, which is cool, I guess, though there's no 5x zoom, but make of that what you will. Now, onto the extras. So yeah, DeX is meant to be used more like a PC. So how does it fare at, well, PC tasks? So we're going to be trying out some Office applications and stuff like that just to see how things go. So I'm going to be firing up some Google Docs just to kind of experiment here. And instantly I can see that it's actually launched, well, the main document window in a separate window. Can we just open up something like Google Sheets and just copy and paste it? Or at least do a drag and drop or something like that. Oh! Okay, so something I discovered by accident. There's actually snap to grid like in Windows 11. That's kind of cool. Can we just do this? Nope, it's just selecting text. Control C, Control V. Yeah, that works just fine. Okay, yep, everything's kind of getting messy over here. Okay, so let's say I have this message and I want to hold. Oh, there we go. It actually works. Okay, so let's go back to Google Docs and try the same again. So hold. Oh, so it does work. Okay, I'm just not that great then. Okay, so let's try copying this again by just a drag and drop. Can we drop it here? Nope, it says we can't. It was worth a shot. It did technically work, so that's good. Now, what if we take a screenshot? And we're not going to be using the clipboard for that. We're actually going to go to a file explorer. So we're going to go to the file explorer and just take this image. And there you go. We can paste it in. Let's try the same again into Google Sheets. Why not? See what happens. And it works. That's actually pretty cool. So it is absolutely doable. Once you get around the quirks of, well, the desktop Android experience, it's actually pretty solid. Though I also wonder, what about web browsing? And as for web browsing, well, it is a little strange that this is not like part of this, but I guess that's just how Samsung's One UI skin kind of acts. However, if we open up something like YouTube, it did say it was mobile for a moment, and then it switched to desktop. That's actually pretty good. So, yeah, you can totally watch YouTube. Yep, you can. And if we crank the quality from 480p to 1080p, it says for nerds, not a dropped frame. Okay, so as I'm watching this, okay, there's a few frame drops, but honestly, that's not so bad for watching. It's still pretty good. Obviously, we're limited to 30 frames a second due to the capture card, but you know what? I actually don't think that's too bad. The conclusion: this Galaxy Z Fold is actually very, very good as a desktop machine. I didn't really like DeX when I was first testing this out because it really felt weird to have mobile apps kind of forced into a desktop environment. It just didn't really sit right with me. But now that I have had a bit more of a peek for this video, it's actually decent. There's still some rough edges to work out, but besides that, it's actually pretty good. You can totally do desktop things if you kind of work with the limitations you have. So yeah, so you obviously can't run Windows applications, though you could probably get Win later on here. It'd probably run. I don't really have a Windows game to try out, but I would assume it runs pretty good, especially since it's a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with this experience. It's pretty much been positive and runs pretty good. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!